Hi everyone. Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to the Sent webinar. This is the fifth webinar in the Sent webinar series. We're so excited to have you here. To get started, as always, we have some goodies for people who started early, who joined us early. So starting from now, 1:01 p.m., if you have the Sense app, drop your username in the Q&A box. Remember that we're going to start recording from 1:01 p.m. So if you sent earlier, thank you. Or maybe, okay, I see we've already started sending. Send your Sense usernames. If you're new here, you don't know what Sense is. Sense is a global payments app, and we're starting by giving $5 to the first 20 users. So go to your App Store or Play Store to download the Sense app. App Store or Play Store, you're looking for SENTZ, Sense. So go to your App Store right now or your Play Store to download the Sense app. The first 20 people to send their usernames starting from 1:01 p.m. are going to get $5 from us. And if you're not one of the first 20 people, that's fine. We still have something for you if you stick to the ending with us until the ending of this webinar. So we're going to give people a few minutes to join us before we actually get started. So please reach out to your friends, go to your WhatsApp, your Instagram, anywhere you know anybody, tell them to join the Sense webinar series. Okay, so we're going to give you 1 minute to do that and we'll get started. We'll give you 1 minute to do that. Then we'll introduce our guest here. I'm sure you're excited to see him here. So just one more minute to get people to join and we'll get started. Thank you for joining us. See that we have more people on board, so we're going to get started now. As always, we typically start by explaining why we have these webinars, who Sense is, and why we're having the webinar series. So remember, I started by saying that this is the fifth of Sense webinar series, and I'm sure you're wondering who is Sense, if you haven't been here before. So I'm going to explain to you. Sense is a global payment app that helps freelancers and creators to receive payments from abroad, anywhere in the world, right? So first thing you need to know is that Sense has a self-custody wallet that enables seamless global payments in stablecoins. Sense is committed to financial inclusion and reducing transaction fees for global users. Sense enables you to send and receive EUSD with your phone number, and it enables freelancers to send invoices and get paid in USD. I just realized you can't see my screen. Okay, just give it a second for it to come up. I'm just going to continue, but give it a second for it to come up. Also, Sense enables fast cross-border payments for freelancers and anyone else in less than 5 seconds. Now, this might be a little hard for you to understand if you haven't downloaded the app. So like I said earlier, go to the App Store or Play Store so that you can download Sense today. And then you'll be able to learn everything that Sense is about. So now that we have a lot more people on board, I think we can get started. I'm going to walk us through our the profile of our guest today, and then we will get into the meat of the webinar. I see somebody saying they're excited because Sense is always dishing out values for our time. Thank you very much, Israel Kings. I know you've been here before. You are very, your name is very familiar. Okay, so to get started, introducing myself, my name is Oluwadamilola Panio. I'm your moderator for today. And with me, we have Harri Obi. Harri Obi is a skilled marketing communication strategist with 9 years of experience across growth, media, public relations, marketing, and community building in diverse African markets. He has led continent-wide marketing and communications efforts for major organizations, including FTX Africa and BitGet Africa, both at top cryptocurrency exchanges by trading volume during his tenure, and also at Cassava Network, a Web3 growth platform that raised $9 million. Currently, Harri co-leads Superteam NG, a global community of developers, creatives, and designers collaborating on innovative projects on the Solana blockchain across 16 plus countries. In addition to his leadership role, Harri provides consulting services to local and international Web3 companies, offering expertise in marketing and growth strategies. Hi, Harri. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. It's great to have you here.
All right, good. Yeah, excited to be here, actually. Looking forward to dishing some alpha like we see in the Web3 space. So, yeah, super stoked to be here, actually.
Thank you so much, Harri. So for this webinar is called Crypto 101. So we understand that a lot of us are just making our first foray into the cryptocurrency world. We know that we might not necessarily know, we might know what cryptocurrency is, but we might not necessarily be, very well aware of all the nooks and crannies of the, of the concept. And that's perfect because we have Harri here to help us get started. So Harri, just to get started, we want to know about you. For a lot of people, you don't just, a lot of people think that cryptocurrency is one of the hardest things, ever in the world. It's like right up there with rocket science. So how did you, just venture into crypto? What was your first step into it? What was the thing that surprised you the most? What was your, greatest challenge with learning cryptocurrency?
Yeah, so I got into crypto. So I'd worked in different capacities as an agency person. Yeah, so I'd worked for a creative agency, and then I moved to a digital agency, moved to a communications agency, influencer marketing agency, and I was looking to do the switch to the client side. I got two offers. One was with a financial firm, the other was with a cryptocurrency. As at then, the cryptocurrency was an unknown cryptocurrency, but it was a global cryptocurrency exchange. Okay. An exciting thing was that they were paying in dollars. That was the most exciting thing about the space. It was an opportunity for me to earn this USD that tech people used to talk about a lot. So I jumped right into it. So that was like my first entry into the crypto space. Before that, I had very little knowledge about what the space was all about. I think my first ever time of coming across cryptocurrency was during the first ever CBN cryptocurrency ban, where banks were banned from interfacing with crypto exchanges or facilitating crypto transactions. So I was working with the PR agency then that was responsible for sort of sentimental analysis, monitoring what people were saying about the ban, but nothing. I didn't get like really deep into it until my first job. So that was like my entry into it. And yeah, I mean, what surprised me the most is just how it's a highly financialized industry. So that means a lot of things happen. A lot of this happen within like the financial space. So products are built around to solve financial problems. So concept like savings, USD, trading, earning, it's a highly financialized industry. Even though the technology at its core is not just about the financial service industry. But yeah, I think that's like one thing that struck the most. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for that. I feel like it's one of the most interesting things when you're not necessarily even looking to, get into a career path or a way of life and you just stumble into it. So I find that pretty inspiring. And that kind of takes me to my next question. So obviously, like I've said, your story is inspiring. But for you, from your own standpoint, what is the craziest or most inspiring story that you've seen in crypto? So what would you say it is? We can't hear you. The mic is muted.
Oh yeah, my mic is muted. Yeah, I muted my mic. I mean, crypto and the word crazy is crypto is synonymous with the word crazy. There's a lot of crazy things that happen, from constant hacks, wallet draining, to just last week, two really big crypto KOLs had a boxing match in the UAE. So KOLs are like crypto influencers, yeah, but we call them KOLs in crypto because of regulations. You call someone an influencer, they will likely get sued, but we call them key opinion leaders. So they're just sharing their opinions. So two really big ones had a boxing match in the UAE last week, and everybody on crypto Twitter and everybody in the crypto community tuned in, and it was excited. So yeah, crypto is synonymous with crazy. But locally, I think the most not really crazy, the most interesting, exciting thing I saw was during the last bull market when NFTs were a thing. Yeah. So this guy took a picture of this Baba. I mean, we call old men Baba, who is a drummer.
I remember.
Yeah, and the picture went viral. People were like, okay, how do we support Baba? How do we? And somebody suggested, you know what? Why not mint it? Why not mint it on the blockchain? And the photographer minted it on the blockchain, Ethereum, if I'm not mistaken. And people could buy a piece, could also buy a piece of that picture. And the money that the photographer was able to make from minting it on chain was ridiculous. And there was also an after picture of where a bunch of notes and money was given to the Baba. So it was the first really interesting use case that I saw locally, where somebody could take a picture and people would say, how do I support this picture, this art, this creativity? And the photographer minted it on chain, and he benefited from it. Not only did he benefit from it, but also the person who took the picture also benefited from it. So yeah.
Okay. Sure, that makes a lot of sense, and I do remember that story. So, and that kind of leads us to the next question, which is, we know that a lot of people say crypto is the future of money, and people say if you didn't get into crypto when Bitcoin was, $1 to 1 Bitcoin, then you've lost a lot. But that you have a whole journey ahead of you if you get started now. So, for a total beginner, which are almost everybody who's here today, what would you say to convince them that crypto is actually the future of money? That's one. The second question is, do you actually think that crypto is the future of money? You're muted again, Harry.
Yes. So yes, crypto, we definitely at some point here, everybody's going to own a piece of crypto. At some point, it's going to be institutionally adopted even on a national country-wide basis. And we're seeing people doing that already. Ecuador, for example, has invested a lot into Bitcoin, and they're reaping the benefit right now that there's a bull market. So I see much more countries. Donald Trump of America has said that he wants to create a Bitcoin reserve. So I see much more countries also going that route. Yes, I truly believe that crypto is the future of money. To the question of like, what's the one thing I'll tell a beginner to convince them that crypto is the future of money? The truth is, crypto removes the middleman from financial transactions. Yeah, so crypto allows you to send and receive money securely. It's very cheap, also very fast, from anywhere in the world. Yeah, so I can do a transaction of millions of dollars right now to somebody in America, for example, or in Europe or in another African country, and it's to get to them in a few seconds. It is fast, it's cheap. I don't need to pay a huge bank transfer and all of that. Yeah. So imagine being able to transfer all of that currency, all of that value as easily as sending an email. Yeah, without necessarily relying on banks, middlemen, and all of that. Yeah. Sometimes these middlemen can delay your transaction. They can restrict you. They can charge exorbitant prices. But with crypto, all of that problem, all of that issue is solved. So once people, that is why once people, once somebody knows about crypto or experiences crypto or uses crypto, they never want to go back because of how cheap, fast, and secure it is. So yeah.
Thank you, Harry. That's very helpful. And I think this is a great time to chip in the fact that everything that Harry said is what Sense does. So Sense removes the middleman. So if you're a freelancer, you're a creator, you're somebody who has friends and family abroad who you need to send money or you need to receive money from, it's very easy. So all you need to do is download the Sense app. Your client can send you money and you receive it within 5 seconds or less. And all of that is made possible because of all Harry has said. So there's no middleman. It's just your client and you. There's no infrastructure that is delayed. We know what's happening with Nigerian banks. I don't have to say it. But right, so that is taken out of the picture and makes things easy for you. So it's not magic. It's actually, built on Web3 and it makes life easy for you as a freelancer, creator, just a person who's receiving or sending money abroad. So thank you for that explanation, Harry. A lot of times there are some terms that people use in crypto, and I guess that is why people think that it is so hard to understand. I've heard people say that they haven't figured out what Web2 is, and we're talking about Web3, right? So a lot of times this happens, and you're like, okay, I'm not ready for this complication in my life. But I would say, and I feel like you would say that Web3 is not that complicated. So can you explain what exactly is Web3? Why should we care about it today?
All right, needless to be sure that I'm unmuted again. So think about Web3 as the next step of what we know right now as the internet. It's the next evolution of the internet, where users have more control and ownership of their data, of their content, and basically freedom online. Yeah. So look at how, the difference between Web2 and Web3. In Web2 space, social media platforms, for example, they rule the space. So, for example, if I want to communicate with you right now, I have to use Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. Yeah. So that means the Web2 platform is the means where we do our communication, we do our business, we transact. So that also means that if Instagram decides, and which they do every time, decides to ban you from using a platform, I can no longer communicate without my friend in another world, or I can't have this conversation that we're having right now. This platform decides that they want to ban me. Yeah, that is the Web2. That is what is prevalent in the Web2 space. The Web2 space is now the next step of that, the next evolution of the internet, where now I have more control of my resources, I have more control of my money. I have more ownership. My data, the data is mine. And Web3 is, and how does this work? Yeah, how does this work? It works because of the of a technology called the blockchain. Yeah, so the blockchain is not owned by any single person. It's not centralized. It's actually decentralized. So that means anybody can go on the blockchain and build what they want to build, or transact what they want to transact. And that is exactly what makes it different. The introduction of the blockchain decentralized element. So it's decentralized internet. There's a smart contract for people that want to build on the blockchain element. There's digital ownership. You can own all your digital assets or art. You can own your digital music. You can own even your online identity. Yeah, you can own stuff like NFTs, like wallets. They all belong to you without any centralized control. So that is basically what how different Web3 is with Web2. So why does it matter? It matters because, should I go on?
Yes, please go on.
Yeah, it matters because I mean, I'm talking about privacy and control. There's nobody that is going to take your money. There's also the financial inclusion element where um, people are building like interesting products on chain, and those products and those data they belong to you. And there's no Facebook that can just wake up one day and delete your entire history, your entire information, and now you have to open a new account or you have to go to another platform. So that's exactly what makes Web3 interesting and also different from the Web2 space.
Thank you so much for that answer. I feel like that is very explanatory. But guys, we have the Q&A box. So if there are any questions that you have, if there's anything that we're saying that you feel like we need to dig into a little further, that's fine. You can just send a message on the Q&A box and we'll take it. If there's also any pressing question that you've had concerning crypto, should I buy crypto? Should I, whatever it is, just share, and then we'll be able to take your questions after this Q&A session. All right, thank you so much for that, Harry. And I feel like that answer you gave was very explanatory. So I want to start talking, going into people actually getting started with crypto. So for someone who wants to learn, right? So there are two things. If you want to just start learning about crypto, where should you get started? If you want to start earning from crypto, how should you get started? Those are my questions. Muted.
So repeat the question again.
So I'm saying if you want to start learning about crypto, obviously after this webinar, where do you get started? And then if you want to start earning from crypto, how do you get started? So learn and earn.
Yeah, so the different. So there's no one route to the answer. There's no one strategy. If you want to start learning in crypto, they're now, unlike when we started like a few years back, right now you can go online. There's so many free courses that you can take, even on popular platforms like Coursera and the rest. So you can take free courses on any part of crypto you want to learn: trading, building, smart contracts, and all of that. Yeah, so the courses are available. There are also materials I can check up online, free materials I can check up online and read. There are now crypto schools also that teach people everything from technical content writing to blockchain development. It's you just decide what you want to do in the crypto space, and then you dive right into it. Earning now. I mean, there's so many ways of earning. Yeah. So there's where do I start from? There's a platform called Superteam, and very, very popular in the crypto space, where companies list out for something we call bounties. Let's say a company like Sense, for example, can go on Superteam and list out a bounty and tell people to write a Twitter thread or a Medium article on about a product and about their platform. Yeah, so this acts as a marketing activation, because people that want to win Sense bounty on Superteam N, we need to research the product, we need to download the product, and then they would now write also about the product, letting their followers also know about the product. Yeah, that's one way of earning if you're a crypto writer. But the bounties are not restricted to just writers. They're developers that they're also dev engineering bounties. They also design bounties. That's a very, very popular platform. But there are also ways you can also earn through jobs. Crypto jobs are highly coveted because crypto jobs pay well. Yeah, and they pay in foreign exchange and USD, dollar, like you say. In most cases, especially if you get a gig with a global company. So that is one way that people can earn by getting good jobs. Another way is by obviously freelancing or project based. There are platforms that also that you can. I mean, even in Upwork, sometimes they offer you the option of earning in crypto, for example. I've not spent a lot of time in Sense. You guys probably do that. I don't you guys have any crypto payment option. I hope you guys do also. But yeah, there's so many platforms like that where you can contribute your skills, and then you also earn in crypto. So it's I mean it's so large I can't even finish it
Yeah.
on this
Thank you.
call. Yeah.
I think that's a really great place to get started. And I like that you talked about Superteam and the Medium articles, Twitter threads that you write about, because I'm seeing a question here by someone called Emmanuel, and he has asked that, how do I integrate my skills, copywriting, into Web3 and contribute to a community? How do I get started? So Emmanuel, that's your answer. He's already talked about it. And he's the company he talked about is called Superteam. So you might want to follow Harry on Twitter or Instagram, or look for Superteam so that you can find out how to contribute. So thank you so much. That actually helps us answer the question, Harry. And just as a following up to what Harry has said, if you're a freelancer already, if you're already a developer, copywriter, whatever, if you're on Upwork or somewhere else getting gigs and your client prefers to pay you in cryptocurrency, you have the Cent app. So you can actually get paid in USDT or USDC via the Cent app. And it's very easy. You get paid and then withdraw to your Nigerian bank account. You can actually receive your payments within 5 seconds or less. It's very easy and very straightforward. So there's no need to start looking for different apps to use. And even if you don't have basic knowledge of cryptocurrency, which of course you do now because of this webinar, it doesn't matter because it's very easy to use Cent, right? The Cent app is a Web3 app that functions as a regular fintech app also. So you just have to copy your wallet address from Cent, send it to your client, and then they pay you your money. So very easy and very straightforward. Thank you so much for that answer, Harry. My next question here is about trading. And I know that a lot of people have questions about trading also. So we know that crypto trading sounds very exciting, but we also know that it's very risky. We have heard of people losing all their net worth and all their wealth by trading crypto. So what would you say is a mistake that beginners should avoid? Now, this is trading, but this is also crypto as an investment also. What is one mistake that beginners should avoid?
Yes. So trading should actually be guided by logic, not necessarily emotions. Yeah. In crypto, slow and steady actually wins the race. Yeah. And one big mistake that I see a lot of beginners make in crypto trading is should I say they trade based on emotions. So emotions like fear or greed. So what do I mean by that? So when prices, for example, of cryptocurrencies or tokens are skyrocketing, that is when many beginners often panic buy. Yeah, because they're like, oh, Bitcoin is now rising to 100K. This is the best time to buy. But the truth is, the best time to have bought Bitcoin is when it was actually really low, and not when it is rising. Yeah. So because of the fear of missing out, FOMO, we see a lot of beginners. That is when they want to buy Bitcoin. And then when prices also start to drop, they then panic sell. They're like, oh, I bought Bitcoin, for example, when Bitcoin at $8,000 and it just increased small. But Bitcoin is now dropping. I think I need to sell and keep my money in fiat or in Naira or whatever currency that you use. Yeah. So that is basically the biggest mistake I think a lot of traders make, a lot of beginner traders make. They trade based on emotion. So the emotional cycle basically leads to poor decisions and unnecessary risk. So I think to me it's just the biggest sort of mistake that I think people that are new to trading should avoid.
Okay, thank you, Harry. So just parroting what Harry just said, if you just bought Bitcoin, right, and it's gone up to 100,000 and it's dropping, basically saying you don't need to panic sell, right? Chill, right, and see how it goes. I know that this happens to a lot of people, not just with crypto, but with every sort of investment. Once you see that it's dropping, you want to quickly sell. So if you're just starting out as a crypto trader, crypto as a form of investment, Harry has already told you what to do. Okay, thank you, Harry. I want to speak about staking, right? We've talked about Web3, we've talked about cryptocurrency, staking as a buzzword. People talk about this a lot. It's something that when you're on Twitter and seeing all the crypto bros and babes talk about cryptocurrency, talk about staking. So what exactly is it? Can you break it down in simple terms? Is it a game changer? Why is it a game changer?
Is it a game changer? Well, it can be for certain protocols and certain blockchains. But basically, what's staking is, let me explain it in simple terms. Yeah. So staking is like putting your money into in a piggy bank, a piggy bank that helps run a digital system, for example, and in return you earn rewards, like interest on for putting your money into that piggy bank. Yeah, so that's what staking is. You take your money, you put it into a piggy bank that helps run a digital system, and then the piggy bank will now give you reward for leaving your money in inside that piggy bank. So that's basically what staking is all about. For example, I'm wearing a Solana t-shirt and a Solana cap. If I have some Solana tokens, for example, I can stake it into many of the numerous validators that exist. And then in return, I won't touch the money that I just staked. And in return, I'll be getting interest on the money that I have staked. And I can always unstake it. I can always take out my money whenever I want. But the returns obviously will still accrue to me. Why is that necessary? Because validators help run the network. Validators are how the blockchain, like Solana, Ethereum, whatever it is, run. Yeah, by putting your money, by staking your currency, it helps the machine runs effectively. Yeah. So, I mean, why is staking significant? You can use it to earn passive income. Like I said, put your money, get interest. It also helps support the network. Yeah. It helps keep the blockchain, for example, secure and running smoothly without any issues. I mean, if you're also into all of the climate change, eco-friendly type thing, that could also be a plus for you, because for blockchains like Ethereum, staking is very energy efficient. Can you guys still hear me? My network just went off. That means my network just went off. That means my Wi-Fi might go off soon, but I'll have to change Wi-Fi. So I'm just what staking is. Yes, in summary. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Harry. My next question has to do with freelancers, and it's a few freelancers have started asking for crypto payments from their clients. Why is this happening? If there are any freelancers on board on the call today, should they actually start doing that? So this is payments in fiat or payments in cryptocurrency. What are the pros and cons?
Yeah, so I already talked about the pros of earning in crypto. I mean, can you still hear me though? I need to be sure.
I can hear you. I'll let you know when we can.
All right, good. So earning in crypto, I already talked about like the pros, yeah. It's very seamless. You can put don't necessarily need like a middleman. The charges are not exorbitant. And in a place like Nigeria, which is very important, yeah, you can hedge your money against devaluation. Having naira means that the value of your naira would always like depreciate. But when you have it in USD, for example, it can hedge against currency devaluation. But then USD is not readily available in most cases, but so you can keep it in crypto actually. Yeah. So I mean, but even if you're having a crypto, you'd always need to convert to fiat to use, because it's not everybody that accepts crypto payments. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can, and that makes a lot of sense. So
yes.
I think just rounding up that question and saying what you have said is, as a freelancer, earning in fiat is fine, earning in crypto is fine, but obviously you know the pros of crypto. However, you still need to convert your money to naira, because the woman at the market is not going to sell you paper for USDT or USDC or any other cryptocurrency. So that makes a lot of sense. While we're giving Harri, okay, Harri, you're back. I was just going to give you one more minute to join in, but you're back now. Okay. I have 2 or 3 more questions for you, and then we'll just transit into the questions that we have in the chat box. So, guys, if you still have any questions concerning understanding cryptocurrency, if you're already a freelancer and you have a few questions, you can ask us. If the questions are also about Cent and about like what the Cent wallet does for you, that's perfect. We'll be able to take your questions and answer them. All right, back to you, Harri. If someone wanted to prepare for the next big thing in crypto, is there a step they're supposed to take? What's that step?
Prepare for the okay. I want to meet. Okay, I'm not meeting. Okay, so prepare for the next big thing. I mean, so there's something we say in crypto, which is crypto rewards active participation. We say that a lot in the crypto space. Crypto rewards active participation. So that means that you have to always show up. And how do you show up in the crypto space? You show up by being very active in different communities, doing your research, attending events and connecting to other crypto people. Yeah. So if you're going to reap the benefits or the next meta, like we say, the next trend, meme coins are trending right now. NFTs were trending in the last bull run. ICOs were a thing before then. So if you're going to benefit from the next really big opportunity and trend in crypto, you have to show up. You have to be very active in the space. You have to spend a lot of time in crypto Twitter, researching, connecting with other builders. That's basically the best and simplest way of preparing yourself for the next big thing in crypto.
All right. Thank you. So what I get from that is just consistency. You have to be there to be able to be on ground when the next big thing shows up, and that makes sense. All right. Is there an upcoming trend in crypto that people aren't talking about, but they should be? I feel like you kind of talked about that right now when you spoke about meme coins, but let's hear from you.
Yes. Well, yeah, meme coins are currently a thing, but I don't know if you call it the next trend. There's still a trend. For how long they will last, I really don't know. But like there are other trends that are really picking up, like something called RWA. It's called reward assets. Basically, what reward asset tokenization is, for example, is it's a process of converting actual asset like real estate, actual assets, arts, for example, artwork, like stocks, music, intellectual property, converting all of those assets into blockchain-based tokens. Yeah, so these tokens will now represent ownership or a share in the asset. So, for example, if I want to own a hotel, for example, the owners of a hotel can decide to tokenize a hotel. They tokenize it, put it on the blockchain, and then you now buy parts of a hotel as a token. So let's say a hotel, let's say I buy 10 tokens of a hotel on the blockchain. So that means I have 10 Eco Hotel tokens. That means I'm a part ownership of Eco Hotel. So that means anytime I feel like I no longer want to be an owner of Eco Hotel, the Eco Hotel tokens, I can liquidate it, exchange it to Naira, and use and spend it. So that is basically what reward asset is. And people from like the biggest whales, the biggest voices in the financial space, not just in the crypto space, are saying it's going to be the next big thing. So yeah, I look forward to see how that evolves.
Okay, thank you. So you guys, when it blows up, remember that you heard it here first, and it was Harri Obi that said it. All right, thank you for that, Harri. So there was just a current crypto run, right? The bull run. I could say that it's still on. how do you think that someone can make the most of it? So how can you be prepared for the next one when it comes? How can you make the most of this current one, um, the bull run of crypto?
Yes, I think I answered it in some way, yeah. Because crypto, so the people that come into crypto because they see that is the next big thing, is the next trend. Oh, there's this crypto bro that just bought a car, bought a house. Crypto bros are flexing, and then they come in and they test it for a while. Like you mentioned, it's like rocket science, and it's very complicated. And then they run, and then the next bull market comes, and crypto bros are all flexing, and then they come back. Yeah, that is not the best way to approach crypto. The best way is to spend a lot of time in crypto, researching, working, learning, being active in community, and just understanding the space. And that is the best way to position yourself for the next bull market. The bull market hasn't ended. Bull markets usually have, this is not financial advice. Nothing I see as financial advice. They always have a 4 years cycle. So if my predictions are right, the bull run will still continue until 2025, especially with the current US government being pro crypto. So position yourself by learning up the basics, being very active, building a very solid foundation, and then you can decide where you want to play in the crypto space as a trader, as a builder, whatever it is. Yeah, that's pretty much the best way.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much for that, Harry. I like that you're basically saying the answer was the same last time and it's the same this time. Be consistent, learn the basics, and then you'll be positioned to actually, take advantage of the run. That makes sense. Okay, one more question before we go into the questions of the attendees. And this is for you. If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self when you were starting crypto, what would it be?
When I was starting, it would be.
When you were starting.
When I was starting, it would be. Okay, if the advice I would give myself if I wasn't in crypto, but my younger self would be to get into crypto. Really early, because I see a lot of. It is amazing. I see a lot of students, and I work with a lot of students. I see a lot of like early 20-year-olds. They're making bank in crypto, and I pinch myself like, I mean, why wasn't this technology or this trendy thing when I was really young? Because I've seen a lot of young students make life-changing money and life-changing opportunities for themselves via crypto. So younger self, I would advise my younger self to get into crypto like as quickly as possible. When I got into crypto, what would I advise myself? I think it would be being open to not restricting myself, like in the place that I want to play. Because when I got into crypto, as a marketer. So everything I've learned. Everything I've been doing largely has been around marketing. But there are many other people that are making bank in crypto. There are crypto traders that are making bank. There are people in the BD growth community space, which I am right now, that are also making bank. So I probably would not have spent a lot of time in the Web3 marketing space, I'm still a Web3 marketer. And then I feel like that has been the reason for like my success in this space. But I would have been more open to also learning about trading and many other things, not just Web3 marketing.
Okay, thank you. That makes a lot of sense. And I feel like a lot of people who already have something that they're currently doing now would be wondering, do I need to switch, entirely? So I'm already a copywriter, I'm already a developer. Does this mean I have to start learning how to trade and all of that? But I like that Harry's answer just helped us to understand that you can be doing something. If you're already a marketer, it makes sense. Can you switch to Web3 marketing? So you already have a background somewhere and just switch in there. There's also the fact that what Harry just said is also don't just put yourself in a box. You are, and forgive my aspire to perspire, but you have infinite possibilities. So if you feel like there's something else that you can learn, please do, right? It makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much for answering all our questions, Harry. We're going to quickly take the questions from our attendees, and we'll have this for about 10 minutes or so before we wrap up. Okay. The first question here is, can you teach us how to get Web3 jobs? I feel like Harry answered that earlier when he talked about using Upwork and making sure that you're out there joining communities and all of that. So that is answered. We'll quickly move on to the next question. Harry, this person says there's so many coins out there. How do I know what to get into? What do I look for?
I do not give financial advice. I would never tell you what to buy. It's also against my current contract. So because of the topsy-turvy up and down nature of cryptocurrencies, if I tell you to get a coin, for example, and that coin goes down and you lose money, you're going to come and drag me on social media. So we tend to stay away from that. But the people that are in the habit of calling alphas, like we call it alphas, they share tokens that they feel like would rise, would do well. You can do your research. You can follow those kind of people. Make sure that they're not using you as exit liquidity, because many of these guys would partner with people to launch tokens and tell everybody to buy it. And then when the token has gotten high, they then short it, or they take their money out. That would tank the token. So make sure that the people you follow that help people understand trading are actually very legitimate, and that they're not using it as exit liquidity. But on particular tokens or coins to buy, I'm afraid I will not be able to give you that.
Okay, thank you, Harry. That makes sense. There's a term in finances, DYOR, do your own research. So at the end of it, it's left to you to take some time to actually research this properly and see what works for you. Okay, this person says, what's your take on airdrop farming?
I'm always giving airdrop farmer smokes on Twitter, because airdrop farming, a lot of people are making from airdrop farming, but again, I don't think it's a sustainable way of earning in crypto, because airdrop farming makes a lot of sense usually in the bull run. In the bear market, when airdrops are not coming, how then do you feed? How then do you earn? And that's why I would always encourage people to actually have an actual skill. But I mean, if airdrop farming is your thing, I have a lot of builder friends that also farm airdrops. In fact, I have a friend that just got an airdrop of $11,000 like the day before yesterday. So people make a lot of money on airdrop farming, but it's not sustainable. You can get it like once in 3 months, once in 6 months. It's not a sustainable way of earning, but I mean, why not? I have no problems with it.
Okay, thank you for that. Someone is asking that they'd like to get a mentor who can guide them well on crypto trading, and I think they're also asking if you're interested in mentoring.
No, I do not. I run away from mentoring anybody. First of all, I'm not even a crypto trader. They're basically two talents, skill in crypto. There's the trader side of things, and then there's the builder side of things. I belong to the builder side of things. So what that means is I work with companies like Solana. I build products. I work with product developers. I help projects scale and all of that. Yeah, there are people that basically they spend all their time on their screen trading and all of that. So I can't even mentor. First of all, I don't even mentor people generally, but I even can't mentor you on crypto trading, because that is not my specialty. I mean, I do a bit of that, because if you're in crypto, you have to do a bit of crypto trading, but not my specialty.
That's not it. Okay, that makes sense. This person is asking, and I feel like this is a follow-up to when you were talking about the blockchain and Web3 and how it works. They say, in transferring crypto from one wallet to another, why is request made for gas charges if the system is free for transaction without charges?
Yes, because the system needs, the blockchain needs money to run. Yeah, the people that helps the blockchain run effectively, they call them validators. Validators need some of that money they need to be incentivized, right? If I'm going to put up a machine, for example, I definitely need, I mean, the machine is not free to run the machine. I definitely need some sort of money to help run the chain. So so that is so for you to understand, like, why is the money necessary. The second thing is Ethereum is very expensive. Ethereum gas fees are very high, but now there are so many alternatives that you can use that are really cheap. There's Solana, for example. The reason why Solana is the third largest blockchain ecosystem in the world after Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana is because they provided an alternative to Ethereum's expensive gas fees. Because using let's say I want to transfer $50 to you, I'm not even exaggerating, via the Ethereum blockchain. Sometimes Ethereum can charge me $30 to do that transfer, which is really crazy. I want to transfer $50 to somebody and charging me more than half of the value of that. It's insane. So blockchains like Solana and a few other blockchains came with the option of really less gas fees. You can transfer with 0.00001 in Ethereum, for example, insignificant. You're not even going to notice that anything went missing from your wallet. There are other options. Obviously, I'm not going to give them marketing because they're my competitors, but there are other options so that you can use to transact. So if gas fees are a problem to you, you need to look at other options.
Okay, thank you very much. So I guess what Harry is also saying here is, I mean, it's not all the cryptocurrency that have the same charges. So you need to do your research again. He's giving some alternatives. You could also search a little further and you'll probably find more. Thank you for that. Some questions. Is crypto a continuous trend? You've answered that. How do I make money through cryptocurrency? You've kind of spoken to that. Okay, here's another one. Harry, a lot of people are saying thank you, Harry, in the comment section. So, okay, somebody's asking, how can I join Superteam NG?
Yes, the process is really easy. Superteam is present in about 30 states of the country. So, whatever state that you're in, I'm sure that we have a Superteam chapter. So, follow us on X at Superteam NG. Or you can follow me at Harri_Obi, Harry with an I. Find a state that you belong, find your state moderator. We have state moderators for each state. And then join the group. They have like a WhatsApp or Telegram group. And then just be active there. It's as easy as that.
Okay, so it's easy, very straightforward. Follow Superteam, join the groups, find your states and join the groups. All right. Also, this is also for you personally. I want to get Solana. What do I do?
You want to buy Solana? There are first of all P2P vendors that you can buy Solana from, or you can download the Solflare wallet, Phantom wallet, the Solana wallet. If any wallet at all, you can actually buy Solana. In fact, even on centralized exchanges, you can buy Solana. So download very popular crypto. Ensure that they're really good crypto. They're not fraudulent crypto platforms. They're very popular ones, top good ones, credible ones. And you can buy Solana from, you can buy Sol from any of these wallets. Or alternatively, look for a P2P guy and tell the P2P guy you want to buy Solana with Naira. You give the person Naira and then you send Solana to your crypto wallet.
Okay. Thank you very much, Harry. I'm going to read out a comment here, and with that, we'll end this session. Abdusalam Muftal says, thank you for the insightful explanations, Harry. You've explained all that is needed to get started. So thank you, Harry. In the comment section, can we just give Harry a round of applause, please? Emojis and all of that. Okay, so thank you so much, Harry. Just like this person has said, we really feel like the explanations you've given are very insightful. A lot of people here, right, everybody's clapping, everybody is clapping. So thank you so much, Harry. I think that you've given us enough knowledge for us to get started. So anybody who wants to get started with crypto as a freelancer, who wants to start earning in crypto, already knows what to do. So thank you so much for coming on board. Thanks
for having me, guys.
All right. Okay then. All right, so just before we wrap up, I'm going to walk us through Sense again. Remember that I said I have something for you. So if you wait until the end, we're going to wrap up this webinar in about 5 minutes. If you wait until the end, you're going to get a little bit of goodies from us. Okay, so I'm going to walk us through who Sense is. Remember that I said when we got started that this webinar is brought to us by Sense. Now, Sense is a global payments app that allows you to get paid by anyone, anywhere in the world. Get paid by anyone, anywhere in the world. And lots of the conversations that we've had today explains how it's much easier for you to be able to get paid without paid in few seconds without delays when you use apps like Sense. Why? Because Sense is built on a Web3 platform that just removes the middleman and makes things easy for you. So one of the things that Sense does, that Sense is committed to financial inclusion and reducing transaction fees for global users. So when your client sends you money, if you're supposed to get $1,000, for instance, you get $1,000 because Sense charges you a fraction of a cent, right? Also through Sense, you can receive money in EUSD or USD, and then you can also receive money through crypto. So if you have a client who is more interested in paying in crypto, or if you are interested in getting paid in cryptocurrency, that's perfect. Just send your wallet address to your clients and they can pay you. Now, also as a freelancer, you can receive payments or send payments through your phone number, right? Cross-border payments take 5 seconds or less. So your client pays you now, you receive your money now. It kind of just takes that delay off and makes life much easier for you as a freelancer. And we also offer a fast and secure on-ramp for local currency and crypto. So you can easily withdraw your money from your Sense wallet to your Naira account or to your USDT or USDC wallets. A few wallets that are supported on Sense. So you just need to look through the app and then you'll be able to find that. Okay. I wanted to quickly speak to EUSD because now we're talking about cryptocurrency, making it of sense for us to talk about how Sense supports EUSD. So EUSD is Sense native stable coin and it's available directly on the Sense app. We've talked about cryptocurrency and how cryptocurrency is important, and that's where EUSD comes in. Now, EUSD is backed directly, is backed by a basket of top-rated stable coins, which are fully collateralized one-on-one with USD. So for people who have already received their $5, you'd see that you're seeing your $5 and you're also seeing 5 EUSD. This is literally one-on-one with the US dollar. So any amount that you receive on Sense is in EUSD, but that's not a problem because you can withdraw it as Naira to your bank account. You can withdraw it in cryptocurrency, and it's the equivalent of $1. So if you have 5 EUSD, that means you have $5. Some of the key benefits is that they have stable value, transactions are secure, and then costs are low. So for you to just finally wrapping up that, you can also fund your Sense wallet directly from your Nigerian bank account. So if you're just somebody who is looking to save money in EUSD, we've already talked about how our currency is a little volatile. So if you want to, there was the value of the Naira rose against the dollar about a week ago, and people were buying $1 for about 1,540 Naira. Imagine if you had bought EUSD then, right? Think of buying EUSD worth 1 million Naira. Imagine how much it would be now that the value of the dollar has risen again, right? So those are the things that you want to be thinking. If you fund your Sense wallet, your money is automatically converted to EUSD, and EUSD is one of the best ways for you to keep your money right now. It's backed by, if you're familiar with other stable coins like USDC or USDC, and then you already understand what EUSD is because USD is backed by those stable coins. Just to wrap up this conversation, I'd like for you to download the Sense app. If you don't have it right now, I want you to go to your App Store or Play Store to download the Sense app. Sense is SENTZ. Now, just before we wrap up, we're going to be picking 10 people. So the next 10 people picking 10 people randomly, to be honest. If you've downloaded the Sense app, drop your username in the chat box, and we're going to pick 10 people randomly and send you $10. So we're giving away $100 today. So send your username to the chat box, Q&A box. I'm going to pick 10 people randomly and send you $10 for joining this meeting. So thank you so much for joining us on this webinar. We're so excited to have had you here, and we're so excited that you joined us. Remember to follow Sense on social media. You're looking at Sense app_NG on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We also have a Telegram group that you can join. If you're a freelancer and you want to learn more about just, Web3, freelancing, getting started in your career, you want to join that Telegram group. We'll give you a lot of information there. So we're going to drop the link to the Telegram group in the chat box. So just look out for that and join in. This is the last of the Sense webinar series this year, but we have a whole lot for you next year. So don't forget to join. I'd also like for us to, if you've learned anything from this webinar, I'd also like for us to share. So share on your Instagram stories, Twitter, tell Harry thank you, tag us, tag Harry, and just share what you've learned so that we know that you've actually been imparted and impacted by this webinar. Okay, I see that we have quite a lot of names in the chat box. And with that, we've come to the end of this webinar. Thank you so much for joining us, and see you again next year. Bye.